More than 60% of the designers are very much struggling in choosing the right problem statement for their project. More importantly, even if they choose it, they are still not clear whether it is correct or not. They don't know how to define it. They don't know how to convince their stakeholders and boss and other people to do it. Can I tell you, problem statements are always too broad for the people, or maybe they're too narrow. It is very, very difficult for anybody to really start that. People use a lot of assumptions instead of getting a proper validated fact and insight. They're writing statements without a proper context and a user persona well defined. They are not focusing towards a solution within that question. They're too much broadening the game. They are not testing out this with a real-time user. In this video, I'm going to be telling about what exactly a problem statement should look like and how to exactly frame it in a proper way. This will increase your project speed at least 2x faster if you start your project right. Let's jump in. Welcome to this day 16, guys. We are in the problem framing into the nervous system. Okay, so we've been learning from our body parts, starting from skeletal, muscular, and now this week we are going deep into the nervous system. So in order to touch upon the nervous system, we initially saw about the design thinking methodology and the problem. The next we are going to see is called a problem framing. So why it is very important? Because many people don't know how might we really think when it comes to defining a problem statement. I'll explain you the common concept for it. Problem framing is actually equal to defining a focus for your project. Many people run with a lot of vague assumptions. This will make you into actionable statements. You take any Behance profile and project, guys, you will see the project is completely not in a direction, or maybe it is completely in a different scattered way. They have taken some random screens from online references for a process sake. Many people done user journey mapping, all these things. They don't understand the real problem, whether it is a validated need or not. In order to avoid this, you need to create something called a problem statement. Particularly when you do it, it guides the ideation and prototyping decision in a faster way so that the project completes on time. It bridges the relationship between research and solution. It aligns exactly with your team scope. See, the reason why, because it is very important, is Stanford and IDEO use it in their design process and they're proven to become one of the industry benchmark for problem solving. That is the main reason I'm recording this video, because this is not a, like, let's say, a random approach which it's occurring to me I'm teaching. This is a well proven methodology which has been followed across many institutions. Okay, in fact, how might we framework is being popularized by IDEO. It is based on reframing psychology by Edward de Bono. So Edward de Bono was actually the one who used the six hats thinking, which has become a very good reasoning and critical tool to also make you think more. It is used in lean and agile approaches to find out the real world problem. It's in the discovery phases and it's taught in most important UX boot camps across the world. I think we discussed about the importance of it. So sharp problem is equal to targeted solution. It saves a lot of time, keeps your team in focus, transforms a proper research into a strategy, and it is very essential for building your projects. Okay, what exactly is the structure, Jagdish? How exactly we have to do the framework? If you just ask me, it's a very simple example, guys. Okay, first of all, ask how. Like, let's say if you have a case study with respect to students managing their design projects effectively. Okay, so ask how exactly students are going to do a projects efficiently. For this question, if you try to find the answer, you'll be able to find out a clear problem statement for your project. Like, let's say, how is the question which encourages you the possibility, not just sitting with assumptions or getting scared about something. Might. What does mean by might? Might opens up a lot of options and experimentation towards what are all the possibilities this problem statement can be solved. We mentions about your team, your stakeholder, your client, and the other people whoever is involved in your project. Format to in order to build this is how might we plus goal for whom is exactly the way in which it has to be built. Like, let's say example, how might we help students manage the projects effectively, efficiently? You can also think, how might we exactly create a user journey mapping for the users who are struggling with an option towards signing up easily? And the might will be like, how might we encourage the users to sign up easily through the possibility of AI? How might, then I'll connect the we. How, as a team, like, let's say we are a particular XYZ organization working towards making the onboarding process of the user journey very easily through the possibility of AI as an agent to solve the user experience problem, to create more engagement. See, So this is how you structure a problem statement, and it brings a clarity to the start of your project. I told you, right? More than 50% of the designers don't do it. That is why your project drifts. And more importantly, your understanding and concept clarity itself is not there. I think I'm explained about the concept, common mistake. Too much problem statements are either broad or narrow, using a lot of assumptions, writing statement without context, focusing on solution. Like in the sense, people don't understand the question or the assumptions and the validations and hypotheses. They directly jump into making screens. This is a big problem. Not tested and validated with your user. See, guys, I'll tell you one important thing. Why it is very important in a neurological aspect, because without touching neurological aspect, I will not take any topic in design. Brain filters out noise to create clarity. For the designer who is working in the project is also important. For the user who is going to use the solution is also very important. This focuses questions, activates solution thinking. So the focused question always makes your brain think in a 75% direction. What does it mean by 75 percentage? The moment when you ask a question, or maybe somebody is asking you a question, or you ask the question, you make the other person use their brain 75 percentage to think in that direction. Yeah, whenever a question is asked, we have a, what do you call it, inherent, inbuilt, even how do I say, evolutionarily behavior and a try to answer that. We will put all of our brains and energy and mood and vibe to answer that. So when you ask a focus question, it helps you bring the solution for your project. This is a great way. It frames the engagement or prefrontal decision making centers. There is a amygdala and there is a prefrontal cortex inside our brain. Prefrontal cortex is involved in goal, visionary, like execution thinking, forward thinking, positive direction, and having a very, very uplifting career towards thinking in that direction. Amygdala is an animal behavior, fight or flight response. You activate your prefrontal cortex when you ask right question. In fact, that is why in our community we do this activity called value determination process, where there is a series of 13 questions which was asked by Dr. Demartini to make you focus on the right values and the priority in your life. Many people don't understand this. They just randomly learn design here and there. They don't even ask any questions in their project, in their life, in anything. Just people are going nowhere. So when you ask a question, you activate your prefrontal cortex. When you activate your prefrontal cortex, you ask a meaningful solution for your problem. You also drive and drift a project in a more meaningful direction. Thereby, you complete a project which is more meaningful for the user. Repetition in the framing creates pattern recognition. When you start reframing again and again, your brain builds a very systematic pattern. This helps you also get alignment to the project very easily. It clearly reduces a mental fatigue when the problem statement is clear. See how easily it is available. You can take any example, like let's say a hospital UX tackled hospital UX team tackled long waiting times. How might we produce patients anxiety while waiting? See, this is a great way to ask it. Shifted the focus from speed to creating more experience in a meaningful direction. Introduced a real-time queue display and content. There could be an interactive board, there could be a dashboard, there could be some tablet, there could be some mobile app which is going to manage the system, and anxiety can even reduce to 35% or even more. This is an example case study I'm taking. Okay, this is not a real world case study. I'll put example. Okay, but when you do a real world project, this value can be easily attained. This is the power of having a proper problem statement defined. You can use ChatGPT as one of the best amazing tool. See, I'll show you an example. Like let's say when you go for ChatGPT, okay. In fact, I would also introduce you to another tool called K2Think, because K2Think is a more advanced reasoning tool. Okay, you can go about here and trying to bring a little clarity over here. Okay, okay. Now we have logged in here. Let's take ChatGPT as well. That will be also on one line. Okay, so let us understand using this dictate. Can you exactly bring me 100 different problem statements with respect to medical and fintech and SaaS based industries? How, as a user experience designer, I can able to design it? More importantly, I wanted this clear problem statement defined in the how might we format. Provide the output in a tabular column format very clearly. For example, see, I'm asking ChatGPT a simple dictation of the voice for my problem statement. I'm just giving an example. The reason, because if I give one example, no, you guys can even take hundreds and hundreds of examples. See, I'm going to be pasting the same thing here. Can all of you see here? It is producing me the how might we format for medical, for UI UX, for SaaS, for fintech, for edutech, for anything. Definitely, it is a very, very easy template so that you can start focusing on your output. Can all of you see here? Even K2 Think is a most powerful tool. See how much problem statement it has taken for electronic health record, for disease management, for telepath, for usability, for booking process, for interface, for post surgery, for confusion, for all the systems. It is more and more detail available. Don't worry, this I'll be sharing it with you in this video. Can all of you see this? How many examples have come? ChatGPT is still exploring. So the point is, we can find out a lot of examples using this tool. And we can use Miro. Miro is an amazing tool. You can just give this prompt and Miro will also produce the same output for you. You can use Notion, another digital brain tool. You can use this tool called FigJam. It will create an amazing affinity mapping and grouping also based on the problem statement what we are defining. You can use this thing called Lucid Spark. This is an amazing tool to also explore. And I'll also suggest you another tool, which is called Lumenfy. Okay. I'll also suggest you another tool. You can use this tool called K2 Think. Okay. You can use this tool called, you can also use this tool called Lottie.ai. These are more reasoning tools. So the point is, we can able to use all these tools to get more clarity. We can use this IDEO design kit. I would highly recommend you to use this IDEO design kit, guys. Okay, I think IDEO kit. If you just go and click in Google, you will just see this. Everybody can download it. It's free. IDEO is created as an open source for all the people to go and download this. Using this method, you can download this case studies and read. You can just read all of the case studies. It's very useful, and they have kept it open for the public. See, it's very important and very easy, and these people have documented all of their learnings. And see, 20 weeks they did the project of water and sanitation. They did it in Ghana, and what are the outcome, what are the inspirations, what are the implementation, what are the rapid prototyping. In fact, they've taken a lot of pictures to also study. So go to these methods. You can also find out the methods what these people have created. Card sorting, collage, all these methodologies are very easy, and if you click this, you can go and study that method. It's very simply available. It's an open source. You can also click this mindset, and you can also take and understand how the designers are thinking about the approach towards problem solving. So it's all about how you define this. You can also use this tool called Game Storming. You can also read this book called Game Storming by Gray and Watt. You can also read this Mindset by Carol Dweck. You can also have this book called Lean UX. No, this is a very different material. Sorry, guys, I'm not sure about it. Okay, I took some references, but it's proven to be a good resource. So you can read this Lean UX Canvas by Jeff Gothel, and also you can read this articles in Nielsen Norman Group for problem statement course. This is really a nice source. I would say this is amazing source. Very depth articles are available for you. So what I'm telling you is, why don't you just click HMW in the chat box? We will also send you this framework worksheet, which we are prepared for you, and we can able to give you the clarity to build your case studies over there. More importantly, try framing 3 real world user problems, what you're facing in and around your house, in and around your vicinity. Try that. This might help you to build a very good concept clarity for your project and a problem statement. Apply it in your office, apply it in your self projects. With that clarity, you start the case study, it will go next level faster. Tomorrow, I will cover about the other method, more importantly, like ideation and all these things. But I would also ask you, click the link for the 4 hours design burst workshop. Okay, I would highly recommend this workshop. I will not only teach you design concepts and clarity. Here is what I will put you into a very good learning curve, where I will also tell you how you can build a 3x formula portfolio and a job search strategy for the same. I will put that. Can I tell you something? You will also get a worth of 10,000 rupees bonuses in Indian rupees when you attend this live workshop. The link is available below. Please click that, and you will get a 3-day accelerator program. You will also get 250 AI prompts. You will also get 100 AI tools and suggestions. So this is going to be a next level amazing activity for you to start working on it. Thank you so much, and tomorrow we'll see about ideation and thinking process. Take care, all the best. We are in the nervous system of the week.